Okay, so I don't really know how to feel about this, but I was reviewing the video where I'm talking about dreaming about Paris Hilton's parties and other parties I had dreams of being in, and I don't want to be famous, so no thank you. I almost got into something I shouldn't have. I'm gonna say it's a cult. It starts with an I. Anyways, so I was talking about this dream I had right before I had my gallbladder surgery in February of 2022. I had my gallbladder removed on February 17th, 2022. And I actually had it scheduled for like a week or two later, but things got complicated. While I was in the emergency room, I remember a new nurse came in. I guess the shift change, and she was a witch. I mean, she had the stuff all over her. It was really easy to tell she's a witch. And the doctor came back in, and for some strange reason, I had this strange feeling to ask a question. And my question seems really strange, but I was led to ask this question to the doctor. And I said, can I keep my gallbladder and gallstones once they're removed? I mean, in an easy yes or no would have been like totally fine. But the response I got, it was like, I'm gonna try to mimic how fast this woman changed from like looking happy to like, how dare you? Like the look in her eyes was like, how dare you ask me that? She's like, no, we have to keep it. And I'm like, okay. So I have my gallbladder removed, and on February 17th, 2022. And like I said, I had that dream like maybe a few weeks before I had my gallbladder removed on February 17th, 2022. Um, I enjoyed some of the nurses' company, and one was very informative. Um, I had HELLP syndrome when I was pregnant with my first child, and one of the nurses, I was led to talk to her about my pregnancies, and I told her about this, having HELLP syndrome, and she says, well, normally you have your gallbladder removed within 5 years after you have HELLP syndrome. And I was just like, okay, because it's been like 5.5 years since I had that. Well, that's just a side note. I want to talk about the doctor. She came and visited me a few times after my gallbladder was removed. I remember the first time very, very well. I had just woke up. You know, they come in, the nurses take your pulse and your temperature, make sure you're not getting fever, infection, what have you. So the doctor came in, and this is the first time I've encountered this with a doctor. Like, I've only seen this uh, one or two times before this. I remember at least one time. So I remember looking up at her, and I remember she walked in the room, and her eyes looked normal. They were her brown, you see the white, and then this was brown, and then her pupil was black. That's how it was when she walked in. She got to the foot of my bed, and it was like something said, "Look up." I look up, her whole eye, both of them are pitch black. And I'm like, who just did surgery on me? She's got black eyes. What's going on? And I'm like, maybe it's a pain medicine they're giving me. But I knew it was demonic because the nurse was a witch that was there with her. The one that I had to sign papers with. And this was a nurse in there, doing my vitals and everything. She came again. The doctor that did my surgery, she came in there again. Mother, father, I don't want to say too much on here, but, I already said I have a child. You don't need to know much more than that. But he was there. He was visiting me, bringing me stuff I needed. Well, she came in there, and for some reason, he doesn't remember anything. Still to this day, he doesn't remember anything, and this was, 2022. It was 2024. So, it just makes me want to vomit thinking about this because I knew at this point who am I dealing with, and then she comes in there talking, and it's almost like he does, I don't know if he's like, put into some kind of trance or something, but he doesn't see or hear anything that I'm seeing and hearing from her. And she comes up by the left side of the bed, and she looks me in the eyes, and her eyes are pitch black, like fully pitch black, demonic. I've only remember seeing it one at a time. That's why I say maybe twice. I don't remember. I have reasons why I don't remember. There's something going on with me, but that's none of your business. Because Yeshua's healing me. I know he's healing me. But when I was at church, when I was 15, my sister had dated a guy, and he was abusive to her. I mean, at one point, he even tried to come on to me, and I'm like, dude, no. And he almost got kneed, because I was asleep when he tried to come on to me. And I was there, and he was there. Nobody else was there. I was trying to sleep, it was a weekend. You don't have school on weekends, so I slept in. We was at church, and I felt something evil. And when I turned and looked down the hallway, I was like, because this guy had blue eyes and pitch black, the whole thing. And that night, he tried to fight my sister in the church. And mind you, this church, I remember when we were 16, this church was like, oh, they showed us a blueprint and everything. Like, they put a play place in there, a coffee shop. I don't know what else they have in there now. But I know they do these trunk or treat things, and let me just say something. It's a red flag warning if a church is doing that, because Elohim, my father, says to restrain from wickedness. Read the Bible. And you're not supposed to do traditions. And Halloween, Christmas, Easter, these are pagan holidays. They're not of Elohim or Yeshua. Some of you know Yeshua is Jesus, but it's not of them. It's very wicked. Go look up Ishtar for Easter, and then this other gods. I don't know them right off the top of my head, but this is what I've been into studying right now, so I can try to warn more people, because so many Christians celebrate this stuff, and I'm like, I grew up doing this too, but once I know it's wrong, I'm not gonna participate, because I love the Lord more. Well, fast forward after that. Sorry, I'm kind of tired. It's kind of late. Fast forward to right now. Not long ago, before I made this video, I was like, hold on, I made this video. I was like, this video was talking about Paris Hilton's birthday party, and I was there. And like some strange things was going on. Her mom was there, and like at that point, after I woke up, I knew that my gallbladder was going to be taken, because in the dream, it was subliminal, but my appendix ruptured, and for some reason it cut up high, like where my gallbladder was, so I knew that it was going to be taken out. But it was a birthday party, like a swimming pool birthday party with, they had alcoholic drinks on platters, they had drugs on platters. I know there were some other celebrities there. Some people you see her pictured with. But I was like, hold on, I'm gonna Wikipedia her. I do that for to see birthdays and stuff. And then when I looked, and I was like, okay. And then for some reason I'd forgot why I was on there. So I got off and I was like, hold on. Her birthday was when? And then February 17th, 1981. But I had my gallbladder removed by emergency February 17th, 2022. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, I rebuke it in the name of Yeshua. He's my Lord and Savior, my King of Kings, the beginning, the end, the Alpha, Omega. He is my everything. Like, I don't want nothing to do with that, okay? And you know what? It's just so crazy, because I've had other dreams. I'm not really ready to talk about the other one yet, because it involves the person I'm talking about in this video and her parents. It was strange, but I asked God to show me the truth all the time, because I used to love Paris, and I used to be obsessed. I watched all of that that show she was in. But I can tell you this is just the video I will make for this. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be really hard to talk about, because there were things happening around this family, and I don't think people are ready to hear it or accept it. But you must know, she was at many Diddy parties. Go look at the pictures. Type in her and Diddy. Go ahead, Google it. Google the pictures.